So it's going up to 110 and then it's dropping to 90, and I don't have the expansion tank, but I'm more than happy.
These are the mountains we are living into, and we built our home here without a previous experience. Of course, not everything is perfect, yet we are trying to make it the best. A challenge right now is to make sure that our water pipes are tight. But nothing is perfect, and Michael is testing them to make sure that we're not gonna have any leaks when we are going to have the water through them. He's pressurizing the pipes, and of course, when using the spray bottle with soap, yeah, we got leaks. Michael said that 20% of the connections have failed. Besides being the architect, the builder, the engineer, the electrician, the plumber, and so on, Michael is also the inspector, because in our region we don't have a need for permits or inspections. Then somebody has to make sure that everything is good to go, and that's Michael too.
So I had to remove the pipes. I have a leakage because of the position where the pipes are. I had a hard time to actually secure the rings around, and I had a small leakage, but you have water, so nothing it's allowed, no leakage is allowed. So I remove it, and I'm gonna use a different type of connectors. Like you see here, I'm gonna use something else, and I'm gonna cut this again and redo the connection, and hopefully no more leakage. I have one leakage on the hot pipe, and unfortunately I got 4 of them on the cold water. So I cut already the pipes that I need to fix it. I had a small leakage on this side, but I have to make another pipe, and I cleaned this too. So this and this, it was the biggest problem, because I have no space to actually put the ring on and clamp it together. It's impossible. So I'm gonna use a different type of connectors, and I'm gonna show you when I'm done with that. So I test the water pipes, the adapters, if I have any leakage, and I unfortunately I discovered a couple of them. I start using the plastic adapters, and I finally decide to go to metal one, and I'm gonna tell you the reason. So you can have those, you can do a great job getting them together, leaving the space and everything, and still is not enough, because unfortunately being plastic, sometimes they get a small groove inside, and I don't have any, but yeah, I have some. I can show it. So inside they have small rings that they go a little bit up. Unfortunately, if it's any scratch or anything, that will have a problem. When you put the ring in, will not actually seal properly, the water will seep through, and you'll have a small leakage. When I say small, extremely small, when you test the pipe, you are using air and you are using 60 psi. I did 70 psi. The reason is because my well, it's coming with 90. I'm gonna lower to 60 psi the pressure of the water, but then I'm gonna have an extra device that in case that the adapter that it's lowering the psi is getting bad, the other piece will actually help relieve the pressure, and I will not get all the faucet in the house destroyed by the higher pressure, because the faucet in a house, they are working up to 60 psi. Anything above that, you're gonna have problems. And I had to take those out. I tried to fix it. I get another ring, put it back, crimp it together, and still was having a leakage, so I decided to remove it. And in return I used those. They are more expensive than the plastic one. Obviously it's easier to use it. Anybody can actually measure and put it in and push it, and that's it. They are tight, they are better than the plastic. They go up to 400 psi. This one it's up to 160, and the rings are 160 psi too, so that's gonna be better. But somehow this is, if it's good sealed and works, they have a longer lifespan, they said, than the metal one, which I doubted, but they know better that I know. Anyway, so the system works. Now I'm gonna have to connect the system to the well, but I need a pressure tank and a couple more things to regulate the pump. Anyway, we are going forward, and I'm happy because I was scared that I was scared. I was not happy, and I didn't know that the pump is good enough, because we never use pumps. I never put any pump in a well or anything like that, so I didn't know if the pump is strong enough to push the water to the house at a pressure that actually I don't need another pump in a basement. But after we decide to go to 1.5 horsepower pump, half what the professionals they were advising us, we have 90 psi. I don't want to even imagine having double the power of the pump, what pressure I will have in a house. Probably will be 200 something. I will have to replace the pump with something, and I don't want to leave that pump from the well because it's extremely heavy, and I have to make a device to actually lift it. Anyway, so the system works, it's good, and I'm happy. And now I'm gonna paint the OSB, then put some mud on it, and I'm gonna do the wallpaper, and then in this weekend I'm gonna do the tiles on the floor, and then I can actually bring everything inside, including the water heater. We have one. I never test the machine. I hope it's working. It's a big one, and it's powered by propane, so it's better, because if power goes down, that one will still work. You just need a little battery to power the electronics inside in a water heater. Anyway, let's talk more work.
Just to make sure that nothing is leaking, Michael filled up the system with compressed air and let it stay on for 2 days. After that, everything was fine.
So we purchased a water pressure gauge. We want to know exactly what's the pressure by the house, and we find out that it's 90 psi, so it's more than enough for the house to have enough pressure. So I'm happy. I was expecting around 40 or 50. I was happy with that. 90, it's perfect. So now I'm gonna have to figure out what to do to lower a little bit, because I think it's too much for the house. Anything between 40 and 60 should be okay. So probably I'm gonna need a pressure reducing device, or the expansion tank will reduce the pressure. But anyway, I'm very happy with what I find, and soon we're gonna have to finish the system in the house, the water system, and to install the water tank and filters, and then we're gonna have water available in the house. So we test the line inside in the house, and the well, it's good. We have a good well, good system going all around, no leakage, no nothing. So now we just have to get the control pressure system to install it in the water tank expansion place, and we will have water. I'm happy because this one is telling me 90 psi, so I'm more than happy. Even 40 was okay. I was thinking I'm gonna need an extra pump to pump the water upstairs, but obviously I don't need it, and I'm more than happy because I don't want to have two pumps going in. That's extra power and more places that things can go wrong. So guys, if you want to build the system for yourself, you can do it easy. Most of the people, they have the well dig by the house. Mine, it's far away, it's 300 so feet away, but I can guarantee you that if you follow what I did with a well, you can do it too, because I never did it in my life. I just look on YouTube how other people did, and I took the decision to make it by myself, to install it, and it's very cheap to do it by yourself. You can buy a pump, and you can install it yourself. Don't be scared, it's not complicated. Literally anybody can do it. If you are even a woman, you can do it because it's not complicated. The only hard thing will be when you let the pump down on a casing, because it's very heavy and you're gonna need a little bit help. Probably with two other girls you can put it down in a casing, or you can ask somebody, give $100 or $200, and they can spare half an hour to do it. But if you do all the work, they can just drop it in a well and in a casing, and then you're gonna have a working pump. The problem is, if you ever have to lift it up, then you're gonna have to hire somebody or do a device like a small crane to lift it up, because it's extremely heavy. It's probably it's gonna be like 300 pounds or 400 pounds to lift with all the water in a pipe. But if you do it by yourself, anybody should be able to do it, and it's saving you thousands and thousands of dollars, because we pay less than 3,000 for all the materials and the pump and everything. And an hour away from here, a professional plumbing company, they were asking around $9,000 just for the parts, not for the labor. Usually the labor costs you at least the same amount. Lately it's like twice or three times the amount of the parts. So if you pay 9,000, they're gonna ask for another probably, I don't know, 20,000. So you end up paying 30,000 for something that cost only 3,000. So you're gonna have to do it by yourself if you wanna save money. If you are very rich and you don't care about money, then you hire people and they do all the job, but it's gonna cost you good money. Okay. So it's going up to 110 and then it's dropping to 90. And stabilize at 90. But I don't have yet the control switch panel, and I don't have the expansion tank, but I'm more than happy. Okay, I'm happy.
Good job. We got babies here. They're so tiny. Look at them. I made a drawing for my husband. Can you guess what it is? We had snow yesterday and it's past mid-June. Practically it's beginning of summer. I wasn't even ready to tape myself and there you go. My first shot! I cannot lift it with one hand. Watch! my first.
Where's mine? What it is? It's a bite, right?
Yeah, I think so. Can't believe it. Michael's turn. Ah.
Miracle.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Being positive today. I think that the best reward of doing our own home is that we are having time and we are in charge of our time. Party right here, it's a party. It's almost the end of June and we still have snow in our mountains. Anyway, if you have any comments, please leave it down below.